because this answer is so multifaceted that I will do the best I possibly can, and you can chop up as needed. Why cannabis? Well, I will try to keep this as short as possible. First, I feel like through just several stages in my life that it has kind of chosen me in certain ways. From early young days, being like 20 years old, my first experience with it, to then first time feeling high in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania when I was 20 years old, having to excuse myself out of the room of my friends to go bury my face in a pillow and laugh for 15 minutes straight by myself like a maniac. And then through that, how it has like just perpetually course corrected me through certain phases in my life, which has just kind of kept me more in tune with like the internal like vision of like who I am and what I want out of this life. But now specifically to be like a mercenary for cannabis and its revolution in our world right now is the way I see it is the human trajectory as a path like through the woods, and we come to an intersection, and in this intersection there has been a fork there, and humans have begun walking down a certain path that's labeled the shortcut because there has been this wall constructed, like a monumental wall dedicated to a full like Christopher Columbus wearing a capitalism rules shirt and is pointing in the direction of this shortcut path. Meanwhile, we find ourselves struggling and noticing that like literally the world is crumbling around us and our society is crumbling around us right now. There's just urgent needs to be urgent like issues that need to be fixed right now, and I think that wall that was constructed is constructed of certain like bricks, and cannabis prohibition being specifically the keystone in this monument, and other bricks in that are like agriculture and Western allopathic medicine approach versus holistic and our general relationship with our body, agency over our habits and being able to change them, how they've been perpetually like infused into us based on the society we're living in. Also like consciousness and self-awareness, and I think like all of those are blocks that are all kind of connected to cannabis prohibition. And now also very importantly, the war on drugs and its predation of marginalized people, also how cannabis was such an important component in that, and how now we are trying to reconcile that amongst many other things that our society has done incorrectly in the entire history of our country. And cannabis will help, like the momentum that is inevitably gained that cannot be stopped at this point, will help kind of like let that entire wall fall. Now as we have gone down this incorrect path, we come back and then we go down the fucking proper one to like also incorporating sustainability and like regenerative practices to the world that we are negatively affecting. And we have seen that for the first time in human history that is documented, that our actions now have jeopardized our future on a planet. Not just us as a society, but literally our planet is hurting because of us. So I kind of look at all of this as like a shaking of the Etch-a-Sketch to kind of like reconsider our approach all across the board and how we go through life. And that is ultimately how I kind of picture cannabis and why I feel like it is activism, that like it is my duty in this timeline in human history to like be here right now in Portland, Oregon, have been part of it since October 2015 recreational, so actually medical before that. And now it's like, okay, it's just like adding meaning and purpose and mission to work every day, which is a fucking dream now. So that's kind of that. Does that answer your